Hey, what's up? It's Yokocaine, Florida artist, originated from Yokosuka, Japan. Chilling here with Amped Up Live. And let's get into it.
Think I'm perfect, I'm crashing. The headlights are flashing. I promise I won't die on you. Don't wait for me, I'll provide. But she said what's hers is mine. I know I don't wanna give up on you. We could argue all night and pretend that we're alright. I know I don't wanna give up on you.
I'm rocking with that. What's up? It's your girl Antonia. We out here Amped Up Live. We got Yokocaine in the building. What's up?
It's nice to be here, and you
Yeah.
know, it's nice in here, and I'm just chilling right now, so
Thank you
it is
for
what it
being
is.
here.
No, I appreciate you guys.
So that song on the intro, "Wait for Me," that was fire. That gave me energy. That I can see me knocking niggas. I'm just
You said,
but
yeah,
that's
throw it
just,
down.
You know, I just love it. It's just I felt the energy. I felt the passion in it. You know, so that's alternative, like punk rock.
Yeah, it would be on the line of like alternative punk rock.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
you already nailed it.
That's
so.
awesome. I
yeah.
love that. What inspired you to make that? And
So-
you have another artist on there too, right?
Yeah, the Real Hope. Shout out to Real Hopes. He is a local artist around here, kind of slowly getting his stuff together so he can start releasing music. But
Awesome.
it's weird. So this all starts just how I started getting into music. So when I first found my interest in music, before then I was skateboarding.
Ooh.
So that's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a pro skater, and I was so like content with doing that. And then out of nowhere, I forgot what band I was watching online, and it was like kind of my influences. I think it was it's probably AC/DC or like Blink-182 or one of those, like Paramore, anywhere in that genre.
I remember those days
Yeah.
too. Green Day.
Yeah, Green Day is another
shoot,
one. Like,
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, there's
Fall
another
Out
one.
Boy. Oh my gosh.
That's
the
what
list
I'm
goes
saying.
on. Yeah.
and I saw it, and something just clicked like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you know what? I want to learn how to play guitar. I wasn't even into singing yet. I didn't even know I had
Wow.
any singing ability. My dad could sing, but he was like an
Whoa.
R&B type of. That's what he would do.
That's fresh.
So
whoa.
my family
we gotta talk
looked
about
at
him
me.
too.
Yeah.
We got to interview him.
My dad is like, well, so my family, they all would listen to like R&B and stuff like that, and I was like the outcast in the family.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna listen to Blink-182, and they would just be
Yeah.
like, are you good? Like, what's wrong?
It's okay.
And yeah, but they supported that. They liked me. They let me express myself because
Right.
my mom's also an art teacher. So she was all about, do what you love to do.
Right.
And so I started doing that. And I remember I picked up a guitar and it was like it was like high school, or no, not high school, middle school.
Oh,
and it was like
wow.
6th grade, and it was a class that they offered. It was like new and everything. They're like guitar class.
Dang. Yes.
And it all happened together, and I was like, I'm taking it.
It's
So I
meant to
took
be.
it,
Oh.
and so I learned a little bit. I didn't learn a lot. From there, I started playing. They let you bring the guitar home. It was like an acoustic with nylon strings.
Wow.
They were like, so for beginners, because like when you have metal strings, you get calluses, like kind of hurts.
Right.
But they had the nylon strings, so I brought it home.
It's like cutting your skin, or just like making it, just making it sore.
I took it home, and then I started teaching myself taught certain songs. And I think the first song I learned was I'm not like cuss, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. Damn It by Blink 182.
Yes.
And I taught myself that by just ear. And at that point, I was like, oh my gosh, I think it was just like, I don't know what it was, but something just clicked that I was able to just do that, pick up a guitar and learn something myself. So I started pursuing it.
That's awesome. That's how you found your passion.
Exactly.
You were passionate. I love that. And you're so creative.
No, I appreciate it.
Now, for that song, I saw the video was directed by
Mike Hammer.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's part of my team.
He's fresh.
He's such an amazing videographer, and he's like such a genuine person. Like everybody that is in my circle and my team, they're all genuine people, and they all have some type of passion.
Your management, RZ,
yeah, Gary, shout out to Gary, shout out to Mike, and
Triple
shout
Threat.
out to Real Hopes, like all of them. They're
I
all
see you have a
really
really
great
good
people.
support system.
Yeah, they are. And like, you know, they can also be hard-headed because they're business oriented.
For
Like
sure.
we have our own separate friendships, but when it comes down to music,
Right.
and what we're all trying to do, our roles are very crucial.
Understandable.
You know? And it's only because we take this seriously. Like to me, it's career. Like I don't really treat it as a hobby. If I did, then I wouldn't. I wouldn't be doing so much as I'm trying to.
Oh yeah, but I see your team is out there working. I see you open for Tyler Yahweh, or you worked with him.
Yeah, I actually headlined with him.
You headlined? Yeah. Dang.
That show was put together by my management, and they got me, which I'm so blessed for the opportunity to. I headlined with Tyler, Chameleon,
and Ball Greasy, right?
Yeah, no, it was actually what's the name? Spinavins.
Really?
That's what it was.
Whoa, Paul Greasy on your side too. So you must have did him too.
Paul Greasy. That was something separate that was going on in Palm Bay.
Oh wow. So
that
okay.
did.
Oh, that was the Easter, I think. And yes, dang. So you're really out there making moves.
I try if there's opportunities.
Wow. So Spinner Bends. How was that?
Yeah, that show was probably my last show that I've had recently, and that was just such a big experience. And it sucks because being in that position, it's like that's what I think every artist's dream is.
Right.
Because Tyler Yahweh is one of my favorite artists.
Wow.
So the fact that I was able to share a stage with him, even chat with him, talk to him and stuff like that, it was just like it was like a dream almost. And
I
like
love that.
After that show, like I've been offered other opportunities for shows, but I didn't want to take them because I'm like I want to kind of stay on those guidelines. But it has to make sense. Like I don't mind supporting the local community and anything like that, but it just has to make sense because
you just can't do
any show like
you
that.
You want to be exclusive too at the same time. You don't want to be just for everyone.
Yeah, but that show is amazing. Like I would do that show all over again.
Wow.
And I remember I was so nervous too because I was like, oh, because I've been doing shows since I was like 11.
Really?
Yeah, and that's when I started doing guitar. My first show I performed in front of an entire military base.
What?
So
your parents, one of them were in the service, and that was my
dad.
Your dad and your mom.
And then my mom taught for military schools.
Whoa.
So then they both kind of like led off each other. My mom was already a teacher.
That's awesome.
And then my dad joined the Navy. And then we followed him to Japan.
Wow.
And then my mom ended up getting that teaching position within things like Dodea, or that's what they call it, or Dodge, something like that.
That's fresh.
And so like it was. So that's why I was in Japan. I was in there for like 10 years.
Dang. So how was the culture when you were there?
Everybody asked me that question. The one thing I'll say is they are very their culture is very they're very serious about it. Very, very serious. And they're very respectful people too. So it's not like here.
Right. When you say as serious, what do you mean as far as what aspect?
Like it's a lot of things. Like I just feel like they're very, what's the word? I'm trying to think of the right way to say this without making it seem like for example, like they're very, like, let's say I was to go into a house, you have to take your shoes off. There's like a lot of things like they are very strict on, and it's disrespectful, and you know, they're about their family, like, you know, their titles and everything like that. And like carries them, you know, like let's say you have a child, you want to make sure he can carry that tradition,
right,
that family name,
right. That's strong. That's something that, you know, they need to practice more here in America too.
Yeah, we don't have that here.
We're looked at as a joke, but I know, but not as that strong. I mean, or that intense. But you know, at least a little bit, you know, on the loving side.
There, it's nice. Like, I really enjoyed living there, and I feel like who I am now is because of being in that environment, and not only that environment. Military bases, like, I feel like are so different because it's so diverse. You have all cultures together,
right,
and like obviously I'm black, so I've never experienced any type of like racism or anything.
Wow.
While I was in the military base.
Yeah, for sure. Because some people definitely do.
Yeah, but when I moved stateside, then I kind of started seeing a lot of that, and it was like weird because I'm like, I lived in a foreign place, country, and you come stateside and you're like, what the heck is this? Like, I've never seen this before. Dang. And it's like, it's kind of sad, and it sucks because you don't really see that there. But
this is home. It shouldn't be that here.
Exactly, but it is what it is.
Right. So back to the music. You released an album, Bad Influence. Tell me how that last year, right?
Yeah.
So how was that? How's that going?
That is still going good. So I'm very like strategic. So the way that started was, this was even before I even had management with Gary. Okay. So I had this all thought out. So the main goal was, I put out Birthday Cake, and that was a hip hop song. As soon as I posted as my single, the whole idea was to get everybody to image me as a hip hop artist. Oh. So
I did see that you went from, you're trying to get, or at least do the hip hop contemporary R&B here in Florida. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, so when I dropped it, everybody immediately said, okay, he's a hip hop artist. He's going to be like this person. Right. Like, it's good. Right. Which, you know, I'm not going to put out like not quality music. For sure. They still liked it. But that single carried the album for Bad Influence. Okay. At that point, they have an idea of what they think I'm going to release because they've never heard of me before. Because I've moved a lot of places. Like, I'm almost like an outcast. Like, I wasn't born here. Right. A lot of people that lived here, they all know, like, a lot of you guys have known each other for some time. Right. I didn't really know who to go to, you know, engineering, a lot of stuff, networking. For sure. Until I started doing that. Right. So I posted that out. Everybody kind of assumed I was going to be a hip hop artist once I dropped Bad Influence. The first song on that was kind of like sad boy music, Evelina. Right. Okay. And it threw everybody off. So they were like, whoa, wait a second. This is not hip hop. This is like almost sad boy, Lil Peep, Lil Tracy. Right. And that already drew attention. And that's why that first song got so much traction.
That's smart. Yeah.
And so they listened to that. And at that point, you're already like, okay, so what's the next song gonna sound like? So then I put Nightmares. Right. Shout out to Case. Like, Case was on that. Yes. And they heard that, and now that's more like juice, hip hop, pop, you know, in a way. And then from that point, everybody's gonna probably just go through the album, and then you have a little mix of everything. But it also was a marketing strategy to show my diversity. Yeah,
and that's how you find your core fans too. They'll sit there and they want to know more and learn more about it.
And that also helps because I figured out which songs did the more, like, you had the more streams and most feedback.
For sure.
And it was Nightmares. Nightmares was one of them, and what is the other one? Evelina was one, and I'm pretty sure Bad Influence. And from there, I kind of was like, okay, this is what a lot of my fans and even like followers, people that listen to my music, want to listen to. So that's what I'm going to take that route. So then that's when I dropped Carol Baskins, which is still the same as Nightmares and everything. Okay. And then after that, it's transitioning more to Wait For Me, and that's more my roots.
Okay.
And that's why I'm going that direction.
I like that. I see you're very stylish, styling, profiling. What's up?
Okay, so first off, I'm an Aries.
First off, you came in with the helmet.
Yeah, so motorcycle helmet.
Yes. So that was a part of the outfit. Okay.
Yeah, no, so like I said, Aries energy, and it is Aries season right now. So I'm gonna be extra. Got the docks on, platforms.
Yes. Let's see the jacket. Take it off. Let's see.
Everything. You got the bat.
Hey,
It's edgy.
fresh.
But
it is.
I've always been like that. I don't know. Like I feel like I love attention or something. Like,
Why not? You are. I'm about to help you. Like, grab a sleeve. And you
But-
tatted.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's all from this that culture transition. Because like I said, I started doing like rock music,
Right.
and then was in a band for a little bit.
Mhm.
Then moved to Florida, started doing hip hop, and then back to kind of doing
this again.
rock music.
I
but-
love that. But you can do both. You're diverse.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's the one thing I love though. But
Yeah.
it's like music industry. The one thing they don't like is diversity at
Oh,
first.
For sure.
That's the only.
They want you
sad
to
part.
be what it is, and then you can be diverse
Exactly.
once you have your core fans and so
Exactly.
forth. Because after that, they know you're going to be you, and you're going to just take off.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But
So what inspires your look? Like, how do you wake up and be like, damn, I want to be Aries today?
I wish I thought that every day, but I don't. I mean, it's weird. Like ever since I don't know when it started, it was just a time in my life where I just always wanted to look like I'm so extra. I'm really extra. Like I'll literally dress like this just going to the gas station, and I think maybe it's because I'm like, well, I'm an artist, might as well dress like one, and it makes me feel good about myself.
But you are an actual artist, so
Yeah, exactly.
show your art on you. You know, you are your walking art.
And yeah, like Yokocaine, that is my brand.
Right.
So
What inspired you to get that name?
Yoko is Yokosuka.
Yes,
And that's where I used to live.
Right, Yokosuka,
And that's where
Japan.
I originated all my music from, and just put the word together and just.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
I love it.
A friend actually helped too. I remember we were
Really?
sitting. It was bad because at first I was originally just going by Yoko.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of my friends, everybody calls me.
Because that's
for
where
short.
you were from, obviously.
Yeah, they just say Yoko. But I remember I was just going by Yoko, and he was like, I was doing something like a group with somebody else who's irrelevant. He kind of screwed me over. It was bad. It's drama.
neither
It's
here or
bad. It was bad. It was some bad stuff. And so I went
Damn.
solo. And then I was like, I really need to just revise this, because if I just go by Yoko, you search that on Google, I'm going to be drowned with everything that says Yoko. There's
Yeah.
Yoko Uno. There's a lot of stuff. So
Beatles.
I had to find something that if you were to type on Google, Yokocaine, I am probably the only source that
only-
pops up.
Smart.
So if somebody types that, instantly everything, like you could probably go on Google and type that. You'll probably see all my stuff there.
That's fresh.
On SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, any of that. And there's nobody on the internet named Yokocaine unless they saw my name and just decided to.
That's awesome.
So I put it together, and it still has my origin a little bit, but just a little bit creativity in it.
I
So,
love that.
Yeah, so that's the direction I went to. But
What makes you happy? What do you like? What do you enjoy doing?
music, I love drinking.
Yeah. What do you drink?
I drink a lot of beer.
Okay.
And I drink cheap beer. Like,
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, but no. Look, so this is how you know I'm a crackhead, because my favorite alcohol drink is tequila.
Oh,
so
but
like
hold
already.
on. I rock with Casamigos.
What? Okay, okay,
What?
so
that's
you're-
not cheap. I mean,
See, that's-
I ain't, you know what I'm saying?
What's your sign?
Capricorn.
See,
Yes.
that's what it is.
Yes,
Aries.
motherfucking goat.
They say you look online, they're like Aries. They're like crack, fire,
Capricorn.
energy, hyper, and I'm just
Psycho.
like tequila.
Yeah.
Yes, like psychotic.
Psychotic.
That's exactly what it probably says. But
Wow.
every time I say that, people like look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, okay, just think about it. If you're gonna go out and drink, nobody likes the taste of alcohol.
No, so you better get your money's worth and get effed out the
exactly.
quickest. That's my goal. That's what it is. Like
1
I
to
don't like
2
any.
shots of tequila.
You're in. You got your what? That's like 10 shots of vodka.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why would you want to take 10 shots of vodka when you could take 1 shot of tequila and you're
Seriously.
you're already like,
up
okay, I feel
there.
good.
Yeah, that's serious. I
Bring
tell
more.
people,
No, yeah.
seriously.
I don't know,
It's another
but
world.
yeah, like, but
So music, alcohol, and what else?
music, alcohol. I do love spending time with friends, family.
Good.
That is a big thing.
Good.
You know, if I'm not doing that, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
You
Or
know,
doing
those-
both.
Yeah, or doing both.
Like,
Yeah, because they can
or
be involved.
3, music,
Yeah.
family, friends, and alcohol.
I love traveling too, but I've experienced a lot of
Yeah,
that
that's
from
awesome.
military. But
For sure. So what places have you, your top 2 places?
Okay, so I've been to Hawaii. I've been to Guam.
Wow.
I lived in Cuba for 2 years.
Really?
Yeah, that was Guantanamo Bay.
Whoa.
Japan. I'm pretty sure those are the only like kind of outside of states.
Right.
Anything else have just been traveling within the past 2 years
Right,
to
right.
just promote and meetings and stuff like that with
Awesome.
management. Because at first, like the only like states I've been to was Georgia, because I was living in Savannah before I moved here,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
and then Florida.
right.
Anything else would be like visiting family in Louisiana or Virginia.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
So I never been to California until
Right.
recently.
You were-
Colorado, I've never been until recently.
Wow.
And we're
that's where I
still
wanna
going
go.
down the list, so it's nice. So
It's worth it. Definitely network and travel within the country because the opportunities are so limitless, and you don't know who you can run into. But it's also dope too to get internationally known because a lot of people get internationally known out there real fast, and then it travels and crosses
Yeah.
off here. So
that's how what's his name, Tekashi 6ix9ine.
yeah, he blew up overseas.
Yeah, and then
it's
he
like-
came back here,
and
and
he's
then
like, yo, it's y'all big over there, and he actually was, and that hype that built him up. But look how quick he felt, you know.
Mhm.
So
yeah,
you
and
gotta
that's
be
why like a
careful.
lot of people, because nowadays like everybody has something to say about every artist, but like
For sure.
for me, like I try to see all of their strategy or whatever strategies are behind their careers. I don't even judge instantly, even though there's a lot of stuff,
For
a lot
sure.
of stuff
For
on
sure.
all of them, but
For sure.
he was smart for that because he wasn't getting traction here, so he went
Yeah.
to, I think it was Germany or something like that, or Europe. I can't remember where he went.
Dang.
Blew up there, and
Yeah.
then came back here with all that. Signed him instantly.
Yep. Yep.
He took his career just like that, and it's
Mhm.
just all planning. I don't know if he thought that himself, or if he
Or
had a
management
team.
or something.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because normally there's either somebody behind that.
Right, because you can't do that all
Yeah.
alone. Like,
It's a lot.
jeez. And yeah, to take that risk, looking like that, acting like that, he was intense.
That man is crazy. I
Wild.
haven't even seen him post anything
He
recently.
was talking
but
about. I just saw that he was like complaining to the judge that he only makes about like $2,300 a month. So how can he pay back? You know, yeah, it's intense. It's intense,
Oh, bro,
but that's
he cracks
life.
me up.
So, what are some investments you see yourself investing into in the future?
All my money just goes into my music. We have a lot thought out, within what I'm doing now, like Wait For Me.
Right.
I am working on a project right now and it is in the works. I do have, a photo shoot next weekend,
Nice.
and that's in regards to the new EP, album artwork and everything like that, but it
Okay.
is going into the direction of pop punk.
Pop punk. And so
Yeah.
this is your new upcoming project you're working on.
That is-
Let's
yep.
talk more about that. Like, how did
Yeah.
you, what's making your transition to this new,
So originally I do have an 80s project.
in 80s?
Yeah, and it's completely done.
Oh.
Yeah, but I haven't
I think I
touched
walked
it.
in on one of the songs
You
last
have,
year.
you have.
Oh.
I have 80s
love
music,
that.
but it's unreleased. And the problem is, like I said, the way music works and the way the industry works and the way, your basic, like your consumer, your listener, everybody, you have to have some type of structure and it has to make sense.
For sure.
When let's say you're at a concert,
Right.
you didn't know who I was at all. And I get on stage. You see how I'm dressed. What type of music do you think I'm going to perform? Like, just if you just had to guess.
I would say smooth jazz.
So
joking.
jazz? I'm leaving.
No,
I'm
no,
just
wait,
kidding.
come back.
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm just kidding.
I
Jazz
would
is
say,
good though.
I would say some hard, like heavy metal type shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Hard metal. So nobody's gonna expect me to play 80s music, and it's not gonna fit my image
Yeah.
unless I transition slowly into that. And I
Right.
feel like when The Weeknd started doing music, when he transitioned to 80s, it was
Yeah.
a nice, slow, smooth
Right,
curve,
right,
and it
right,
made sense.
Right, right.
I
you
just
can
can't
do
do
that.
that.
Yes,
I
you
can't. I
can.
just
Yes,
don't
you
think I could do
can.
my image.
What?
It would have to make sense.
Yo, you can spice it up. Let me tell you.
Unless
like-
I did like 80s rock. I went to that direction.
That song you played, or that song I think that I heard.
Yeah, it was high speed.
You could have your look and everything, but make it retro at the same time.
See-
Keep the tats and the piercings, everything, but make it a little retro, like
And that's what we were
futuristic
discussing.
look. Like even if you gotta say you don't wear black, but say you wear like silver, like those type of
Yeah.
brass, retro, like but futuristic. That's you, and that's
Yeah.
not even 80s. What if that's the future? Because everything repeats itself.
That's true, and that's exactly.
Yeah.
And we thought about all this, but it's like
That's the new,
originally, like if let's say
that's the new
so
2080s.
it,
Okay,
I agree with
Yeah.
you. It's coming in. Like the thing is, it's also getting oversaturated right now.
yes, but you're talented. You're different. It's oversaturated with the stuff that's going to eventually fall through.
That's true.
You're
That's true.
different.
No, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, that means the world to me.
I mean,
Because we're still fully on board, but it's like also 80s music. You have to have a really big production
Stop
behind
assuming.
it.
I mean, it's not 80s.
I think I'm a perfectionist.
You
And that's
are,
what it
you're
is.
hard on yourself.
Like,
It's because you're saying
has to
80s.
look right.
It's because you're saying 80s and you're dating it to back then. But there's still, say that's, you're saying it's 80s, but there's, people are inspired by 80s music and 70s, 60s, and more. You know, at the end of the day, you're still revamping it and making it your own style. So it's
true.
Definitely, I see it as futuristic. I'm past this type of sounds that, you know, you hear on the radio, you hear.
Yeah, that's true.
You know?
And that's another thing. And
This
that's
is future. Everything comes to a full circle. Everything repeats itself. So you're saying it's 80s. Okay, fine. But it's coming back and it's the future.
then I
Just
guess I'll talk to
saying.
management.
Oh, they're here.
See what we can
They're
do.
here. Yeah, this is
We'll
the
see what can
future.
happen
Guys,
with
this
the
is the
80s
future.
stuff. He said,
Don't listen to this interview.
yeah, don't let's turn it off. Turn it off.
Turn it off.
Turn it off right now.
No. But you're definitely, you know.
Yeah, and that's basically the direction. It's just we're doing the pop punk thing. It does make sense, fits my image. It is that is my roots originally before even 80s hip hop or anything like that.
Right.
Because like I said, I was doing that before. That was what got me into music.
That's awesome.
So when I do this, it's natural. It's almost authentic as well because a lot of artists now transitioning to pop punk are not authentic.
Right.
And I'm not saying anything negative on them.
For sure.
They're doing it because they're modernizing it in a way.
Right.
But to the people that originally like pop punk, a lot of them, they're normally the ones that have something to say about it.
For
like,
sure.
I don't listen. Like
Yeah, but-
MGK, a lot of them talk down. I love the music. I really
You're
like
saying
what
that
he's
they
doing.
talk down to MGK?
Yeah.
Oh no, I like MGK. I love different sounds. Like I love artists. I love his creativity. I loved him from when he was
Rap, hip hop.
yeah, when he was doing a remix of Tupac Back or something like that. Like back in like 2008 maybe, or no, maybe not 2008, 2010, so 11 I think it was.
It was around that time.
So he was
I remember
fire. Like, you know, it still is. But at the end of the day, you need artists like that can bridge away and,
exactly,
you know.
and that's why I really like what he's doing. I mean, people can talk shit about him all they want. He pulled it off, and he's honestly like
Yeah.
number one right now. He's one of the top artists
He
right
has
now.
the name for a reason. So
And the fact that he took that genre and kind of mixed it into hip hop, which still some people don't like that, he's still kind of bringing that genre back, and people don't understand that.
yeah,
Because before that, nobody was really playing pop punk music besides those hardcore fans.
for sure.
And that's coming from somebody who's playing this music. I was doing hardcore music. I was doing a lot.
Wow.
So like I have knowledge of it,
Yeah.
of a lot of things, but I also can see what they're saying. And I do understand because some music starts to sound generic,
Yeah, for sure.
and you can tell it's kind of forced
For sure.
instead of just natural.
For sure.
But I think he's doing great.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
he just dropped something recently, so
Ooh, we gotta tap in on that too.
yeah.
So what's some advice you can give to artists that are coming up and they're just
Okay, the best advice I can even give any artist, first of all, there's so much. I'm constantly giving advice because that's what I do. I will
good.
never not try to help because I didn't have that help when I was coming up.
right.
I'll have people message me here and there. They're like, "Yo, any advice?" I'll send them a paragraph. But the problem is people don't take
They
advice.
don't really, yeah.
You got to enforce it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like, should I really help you? Because you don't help yourself.
Yeah.
I'm
Number
wasting my
one
time.
thing I would say would first, see there's a list. I'm trying to see what would be the most important. I would say, first of all, invest in yourself. That would be number one. Don't just put anything out. Record it. Make sure you're putting a lot of money into it, a lot of time. Sit on it. Like, let it soak in.
Right.
Don't rush.
Right.
Don't post quickly. Don't just record a song and then post it the next day.
Right.
No, sit on it, and it has to make sense.
For sure.
Because it's not just your music, it's your brand. Like Yokocaine is my brand.
Right.
I could just drop music every day, but if I don't have marketing behind it, if I don't have promotion behind it, if I don't have people even, vibing with it, it doesn't make sense to post.
You want to plant seeds.
So I would say number one, be just invest in yourself, take time, make sure it makes sense for what you're doing. Number two, consistency. Constantly working, keep producing music, even if you don't want to. It sucks, but you have to keep doing it.
Right, for sure.
Because there might be that one song out of everything you've recorded or produced or tracked out, and that one song can change your whole career just like that.
Yeah. So what 2 artists you'd like to work with?
I really love The Weeknd.
Yes.
The Weeknd, but that's from my 80s stuff.
I
He's
hear you.
one of my favorite artists.
I hear you.
There's a lot of artists I want to work with. Honestly, because I'm doing pop punk, I would love to work with like Machine Gun Kelly,
Heck
Travis
yeah.
Barker, Avril
Yeah.
Lavigne,
Yeah.
all of them on that tour right now. Even Ian Dior.
Wow.
A lot of them are big influence. I love X, R.I.P. to X. Like if he
Yes.
was still here, I would.
Yeah.
That's one of those
Yeah.
artists because he was diverse.
Yes.
That was the one artist I
He
could
could
relate
work
to.
with both for sure.
could
And
do
I'm telling
everything.
You can just keep going, keep going.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on?
You can find me on
Everywhere.
all social media platforms. You can even type me on Google if you want. I will. All my stuff will pop up. Just type in Yokocaine, Yokocaine, and you can do that. Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I don't really use Twitter, so I wouldn't advise that. I'll slowly build that, but I don't really care.
Are you on
like,
TikTok?
yeah,
You-
TikTok
you
also.
said that? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Cool.
I posted some silly meme. It was like a month or 2 months ago. That
Yeah.
thing hit like 1.2 million views.
Dang.
But it was because it was something stupid. It was like a
What does
Lord
it
of the
matter?
Rings video, and I filmed it, and it's the video was like when she plays with your butthole, and it's like a face Golem's making where his eyes pop.
Oh my god.
And that's why it blew up. It was
Oh
like I was
my
like, man, couldn't it be one of my songs or something like
Maybe
music
put
related?
Add your song to it next time.
I posted it at night, went to sleep, woke up. It was like 500,000, and it just kept going up. And I was like,
Dang.
what? I was like, I should have put my song link, bro. I should have put my song link.
But now you know.
My manager
now you
chewed me
know.
out. Yeah.
It's
so
okay. It's still gonna bring traction to your page.
so yeah, TikTok. I advise you use that. Any artist,
Yeah.
please use TikTok. It's
Yeah.
just that one. Just be consistent with it. If you like wake up every day, post one video, and just maybe post your song link in there,
Right.
and it just grabs at it, bro, you're fine. And they monetize a lot through that too.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that about TikTok, because TikTok definitely letting people know too that use other platforms as well, just in case. You never know. You can take off on another one that you was least expecting. You're grinding on Instagram so hard every day, and then all of a sudden you forget about TikTok. You get on TikTok, and boom, you blow up real quick, and it still brings attraction to all other platforms. It just opens up opportunities.
You just gave out great advice because I would have said the same thing. I've been saying,
Yeah.
my friends are the ones who told me that. I was being stubborn technically. I was like, I hate TikTok. I don't want to post
Right.
anything on there. And eventually they were like, bro, just post one of your songs or just post something.
Yes.
Just post something. You need to take advantage of all, platforms. And I was like, whatever. So I posted like a little clip of
Yeah.
everything I've done throughout the year. It grabbed a little bit, but it wasn't anything serious. But
Right.
once I did post that video, it gained at least like 77,000 was it likes or something onto my
Wow,
page.
yeah.
At least 500 people from that meme followed my
Right,
page. A
right.
lot of them were going through all my
Through your
stuff.
previous, yeah.
So it was exposure, and I was like,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah.
TikTok, you ain't that bad.
You're not that bad.
You're not that bad, even though a lot of the videos are pretty cringy, but
yes.
TikTok, you're not that bad. So.
Yes. I love that. I love that. I guess what's the next thing that we should be expecting from you before we wrap this up?
It's EP. So
Okay.
the pop punk EP, I have songs that I've already been
Have
recording,
you
and
titled it yet? You don't want to give that out.
I don't want to give
All
it
right,
out
good,
yet.
good,
Yeah.
good. That's
The
good, that's good.
next week,
Okay.
depending on when this video releases, they probably will see it, but it will be somewhat into next week, the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I will have some type of artwork, everything. I'll probably tease it. I'll show it.
love
I already have a lot of stuff recorded. It's just going in, doing the mixes, the masterings, and just
Okay.
getting a couple things done and seeing what makes sense. But shout out to John, engineer in Tampa.
Ooh.
He's the one that's been doing it. He's doing a fantastic job on that EP. It sounds
Wow.
so great. It's
That's
so good. And I'm excited
awesome.
for everybody
Yeah,
to
you
hear
can't
it.
just have just any engineer, especially with the type of sound and music.
Yeah,
they're
it is. Real Hopes. Zach, who I was talking about, he's engineered the "Wait for Me" song, and that's he's a jack of
Really?
all trades. He can do everything.
Whoa, and he's out here in Brevard.
Yeah. So if you guys want to reach
Wow.
out, either message me or reach out, and I'll forward you his information.
Yeah.
He's talented. He can do everything. So
For sure. His information will be in the bio or in the caption,
yeah.
Just you guys definitely link up with Yokocaine. This is a talented artist. So
And he's an alcoholic.
amazing. No, you are so underrated. Like, I'm so blessed to have this opportunity to meet you, because at the end of the day, I feel like give it within a year or so, you're gonna be taken off, and I'm gonna have a hard time to find you.
No, you're not. I'm gonna have your information. You can just text me.
You guys
You're
heard
just
that.
like this. You know,
I love it.
No,
I love
I'm
it.
more than blessed and honored to even be here with you
Thank
guys
you.
today. And I'm
Thank
always
you.
humble with that type of stuff. You know,
Yes.
everybody's going the same direction. And all it takes is for somebody within that circle and
For
in that
sure.
community to kind of get that traction. And then
Yeah.
everybody kind of
Yeah.
goes with them.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure,
you know,
for sure.
because
That's-
I know everybody in this county that's busting ass.
Yes,
Like, I
for
see it all the
sure,
time.
For sure, for sure.
Artists, you know, even like I told you, I've been staying up to date with a lot of your content. It's
Yes,
amazing.
Thank
Interviews
you.
are great.
Thank you.
You know, just like I said, my videographer Mike, he's always doing
Yeah,
stuff. Gary
yeah.
management's always
Yeah,
working.
There's so many talented
There
people in this
is.
county, and the things that we all can do and come together to make it even bigger is just
That's what I'm saying. I've been
impeccable.
trying to. That's the biggest thing.
it's impeccable. But you know, in due time, we
Yeah.
definitely get things.
One of us is
rocking.
gonna put Brevard on the map
Exactly.
eventually. It's
Exactly.
gonna happen, and it's
Exactly.
gonna bring all those A&Rs here. They're gonna
Yes.
start looking and searching because there's a lot of
Get a big
talented
time.
artists here. I can name a bunch, but
Yeah.
I would feel bad because then if I leave somebody out, then I
Yeah,
might get
yeah,
chewed
yeah.
out for it. So I'm
Yeah.
not gonna start naming.
It's all about you. This is Yokocaine. His interview. We're rocking now. Thank you guys for tuning in. We here Amped Up Live.
Yeah, thank you very much. Later.
Later.